Welcome to Tuesday Testimony with Queen Mo. I am your host, Queen Mo. I am a YouTube content creator, also full-time mom, also full-time appraiser. If you know, you know. Thank you for listening to the podcast. This podcast is going to be all about listening to everyday women overcoming life obstacles, keeping their faith in God, and coming out victorious. We are overcomers by the words of our testimony. So for me, faith without work is dead, and this is my work for the kingdom. So let's get into this episode. Welcome to season 2 in year 2024. I'm so excited. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tuesday Testimony with Queen Mo. I am your girl, Queen Mo. I will be doing a pre-recorded video tonight because my interviewer, or I guess I was the interviewee, I've heard a full-time schedule, so I did a pre-recording last Saturday. So I am going to share this with you. Feel free to still leave comments. Still come on in like, hey girl, hey. We'll still get acquainted and everything. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear this actual episode. It's about setting your boundaries to protecting your peace, all along with soul care. So this will all run neck and neck. This is my first apology, but I'm so excited for you guys to hear this episode. She is an awesome woman of God. She has been a great supporter for me and also helping me establish my own personal boundaries to accomplish the goals and the things that I wanted to do within myself and my businesses. So, with all that said, I am going to do church announcement. My church announcements app. So for tonight's church announcements, I just wanted to highlight a few of my friends. This Saturday, I did the actual, well, let me start off with Friday. Friday was awesome. I took my son to his first WWE event. It was so amazing to be able to do that for him and him experience that with me. If you know my child, he is a big WWE fan. That's all he thinks about. That's all he wants to do. He played on the video game and then he have them do matches against each other. So it was really exciting for him to actually be there and to see it live. And then Saturday, my friend Karina Alvarez, she was on season 1 episode where I did her testimony. She wasn't there, but she gave me the information. I actually was amazing. And then from that event, I left and went with Coach Sylvia Carroll to the Girl Boss Summit, What a Girl Wants. And it was truly amazing, truly inspiring. And I cannot wait for her next event. Like, my soul is still happy from that. So I did want to go over that with you guys. Also, church announcements. Wednesday, the way to work, I'm here every other Tuesday. Wednesday, I'll drop the audio for people to listen on the audio. The following Tuesday, I will drop the actual YouTube video of the episode before, so that way if anyone missed it, you can see it you can see the actual video on YouTube, because after this is over, I actually close this off, close the comments, and then go ahead and start editing. This show's Bible verse for the evening. It is going to be mentioned in the actual episode, but it is Ephesians 4:32 and Philippians 4:19. So yes, that is what's going to happen with there. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. So church announcements is over. I'm going to do a quick prayer over the message. Like I said, I want this to be interactive. So if you guys have any questions, any comments while it's going on, I will still be here. And it's a few minutes video, and then also I will do the praise report from last week that I did not get a chance to, or from the week before that I did not get a chance to report. So I'm excited to have a praise report. So, all right, guys, let's get started. Like I said, if you tune in, you'll see me. I might figure out how to get off of here, but the video will definitely be playing. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment. Spirit of the living God, we thank you for this time. I thank you for this platform, Lord Jesus. I thank you for this wonderful individual that wanted to do an interview, a second interview with me and come back. I thank you for this word that's going to go before everyone. I pray that it resonates with them, sit with them, and they take something from it, Lord. In Jesus' mighty name I pray, amen. Here we go.
Hello, I am here joined by the lovely, the powerful, my lovely cousin who I love oh so much, my accountability partner, but she is not just my cousin, girl. She does not play like that. She is the founder and CEO of the Curvy Fit Chick. She is Trynette Lariba, the Curvy Fit RN, also a full-time nurse. If you don't know, now she's also going to be an accountability coach. She is adding that to Curvy Fit Chick. And sometime in 2024, soon, she's going to be adding retreat to her resume again, because she has already done that with that. Fresh and better than ever. So if you guys didn't know, she blessed us with season 1. That is my highest rated episode, my first episode. She's been so great with supporting me and helping me through this process of Tuesday testimony. I'm so happy to have her here. She has been just such a powerful woman of God and such a great help to me and inspiration and mentor with setting my boundaries in business and personal and everything. So I had to have her on here to share these with you guys. And Jeanette, thank you so much for coming on the show again. Welcome.
Thank you for having me again. I'm so excited to be here, share with all the ladies.
I'm just gonna give you guys, and we're so excited to have you. I'm so elated. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little warning. And most of my guests, I don't give no warning. But a hot topic on social media is like trigger warning. So I'm giving y'all a little, I'm gonna say trigger warning with my baby Trynette, but just be ready. She does not play. She's gonna drop these jewels. She's gonna be in and out. They're gonna hit you right in your gut. They're gonna hit you in your soul. They're gonna hit you in your heart. So get you a pencil and paper, press record, whatever it is that you do to take your notes, take them down. She is gonna drop them. You are going to want to remember them. You are gonna want to apply them to your life, especially now when we're talking about soul care. You're gonna need it. If not, go ahead and re-listen to this episode again or watch this video again. Next, let's get into
Yes,
this
ma'am.
thing, girl. Do you think setting boundaries are an important form of soul care?
It is important and absolutely necessary. There's no way that you can properly care for your soul if you do not have boundaries. Because if you don't have boundaries, that means you're not respecting your time, you're not protecting your peace, and you're not giving yourself the opportunity and the space to actually nurture what your soul needs. So, yes,
Amen.
boundaries are certainly a part of soul care. And if we are emulating the Father,
Mhm.
then that we most definitely would be instituting boundaries so that we can do what He has asked us to do while we're here on this earth.
My God, today. I know that's right. So, what major event you think led to you in your life setting boundaries?
That's a good question. So, the first major event that led to me setting boundaries would be when my father first left us. And that
Mm,
was right. That was back in, I won't give the dates, but I was a young child. That was the first
Oh,
major events that led me to creating boundaries. And I remember clearly creating boundaries around that because I was extremely hurt. I felt neglected and abandoned when he did leave the family. And so one of the first things that I said that I was going to do was not allow myself to be in a situation where I needed to be completely dependent on a man. So imagine a young girl already setting that type of boundary. So that was the first major event. So I had a car accident September 1st, 2016. That was the next time when had to set boundaries in my life. And I set a multitude of boundaries at that time because I needed to protect my peace. I needed to heal. And I needed to be sure that not only was I being an asset to myself, but also to my child
mm,
who also was healing from the accident. And so I set up boundaries that allowed me to be able to do those things, which I needed to do to and felt protected, where I could do all of the growing and development that was necessary. So that mean I had to cut some people out.
woo, wow. So that first one, when you said that when your dad left the home and left the family, that's incredible to me that you were that self-aware that young to say, "I'm gonna guard my heart." And then with the car accident, and we spoke about it before, what just hit me today was saying you had to set boundaries for yourself, but also for your daughter. And I
Mhm.
remember your daughter, the accident, you told me about it, but then that's like a whole nother level of that, especially as a parent, because you can set boundaries for yourself. Then when you set boundaries for your child too, it's you're trying to heal and grow, but you're being mama bear as well.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
I wanna go back
So
to what
why
you were
didn't
saying. I'm sorry.
oh sure. Let's go back.
To what you were saying about being self-aware at such a young age.
Mhm.
I always was extremely self-aware and observant to what was going on. And it's interesting because a lot of times when as an adult and we're trying to figure out what it is that we're supposed to do and what's our calling and what's our purpose. And if we
Right.
sit down and think about what it is that we have been through and how we have dealt with those things, we'll be able to
Right.
clearly see who we are and what we were supposed to do in the first place. So I was always everything set me up for who I am and what my purpose is. And I know we're talking about boundaries, right? But
Mhm.
that's an important piece when you are thinking about boundaries and creating them.
I agree. Because how are
Okay,
you
go ahead.
gonna get to that purpose if you lollygag, if you're not disciplined, if you saying yes to everybody, if you still have not conquered being a people pleaser? A lot. Can't get to your stuff. Free.
Just yeah. You won't
It's
be able to
hard.
get to it.
No, you'll see it. God'll show you the vision. Nobody knows how we're supposed to get there. He'll show us our purpose, give us a little light at each step that we take. But you can't take those steps. That phone is not set on do not disturb when you actually have prayer. You actually working on that business or writing that book that or setting up a plan.
You better say it. You better say it because and you know what? It's disrespectful. It's
It is.
disrespectful when you are
It
not
is.
honoring when you're not honoring your time, when you are not setting clear boundaries on that allow you to do his work, to do your soul work, to fulfill your calling, you are sabotaging people. So not only are you
Mm.
self-sabotaging, but you
Ooh.
are also sabotaging the lives of those people who are waiting for you to show up to get your healing, transform, and to walk in your calling.
Oh,
Because their transformation is dependent upon you doing what you're supposed to do. But how can you
Right.
do that if you caught up in the nonsense of taking care of other people's business and not minding your own? When you caught
Mhm.
up in saying yes to other people, but you haven't said yes to being disciplined
Mhm.
to yourself, you haven't said yes to making sure that you are respecting your time, you haven't said yes to showing love to
Huh.
yourself, and yet looking for somebody else to provide the love that you don't even have for yourself. Okay? Boundary.
not the self-love is gone.
Gone.
My God.
Because you
Ooh,
can't
thank
say that you love yourself, you respect yourself when you lack boundaries.
no. Please stop. Please stop. You done open up a whole nother episode. Why every time you come on here, you gotta open up another can of worms? Now you came last you came back down with this foolery. And you back up here again. Now you wanna talk about self-love in the middle of self-care series, ma'am.
You right, you right.
You just come on up here and get a seat and host this show, ma'am. I'm tired. I'm not finna keep playing with you. Last episode was living in my purpose. That was all you was supposed to come up here and talk about. Living in
Oh,
your purpose.
mm.
Then we got up in here on boundaries. Now you come up here on boundaries, and now you want to get in self love.
Yes, ma'am.
This
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
be a pre-recorded show, ma'am. I can't. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I quit. I am done with the show. Next caller. Talk about when you dealing with that. But that is so true.
Yes.
All of it. All of it. Self. Oh man. Why do you think a person would find it difficult? And you already opened it up, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and come on in. Why do you think so? Who gets not like us that would find it difficult?
So as this person does, but they don't know who they are.
Hmm.
So it's very difficult for you to set and create boundaries. Well, what your beliefs, your values are when you are not in alignment, very difficult for you to create boundaries. To have a love of self, know and understand who your creator is and how he
Mm.
has what's the word I'm looking for? But essentially how he has designed for you
How
to
he
live.
put how I how he has identified you.
Yes. You have to know those things first in order for you to even create and set the boundaries. So if you don't know that, you can't set the boundaries. If you don't know what your if you don't n- know what that feels like, then how are you going to protect yourself? How are you protecting your heart? How are you guarding your thoughts? You haven't been able to identify those things within
that they could just start identifying their values or their steps or learn within themselves.
Okay, so here's a journal entry. You you can write about myself. Who do I believe that I
Okay.
am?
Where did I
To be treated.
and wonderfully made? We can start with
Do the people believe it?
okay.
I'm wondering, is that the belief? Wonderfully and fearfully
Woo!
made, then that means you would know and understand that you are valuable as a person.
Yes,
And something that is valuable, you protect, you
ma'am.
respect, and you honor. You believe that. What does that look like? Honoring yourself, right? Be practical,
Okay.
right? It to your health and fitness. Committed to your fitness. Yeah. Okay. And it's a way that you have created a boundary, right? With see, boundaries protect you and other people. Going to stay consistent in my workout. I will not do anything during my workout time because I honor
You're
that
not
time.
allowed to anyway. You're not allowed to. I want you try. I want to see you try to do something else in the middle of your
Correct.
workout.
Right. But you know what? People will try. They may say something like, "Oh, let's go to some place in during that workout time." Doing anything else. I have an appointment. That's where I be. If I have to choose,
Hello, Miss Curvy Fit. If you guys didn't, I don't think I've been looking at her last. So I went out there one time, and that's when I was in my cute girl phase, wearing like my nails and too long. I, I overheated, clothes on, and I never went out there again. Miss Curvy Fit Chicks, tricking one, gonna be legal. Go free training. I go. I have my nice little wig. Come out there, and I'm thinking it's gonna be another trainer had me overheated. January 20, Tuesday testimony. You know why? They've been killing me out there with Kirby Fit Chick and do all that, but it's discipline. Out there, I'm not with in about 5 years, I'm coming to not to come into America. I'm on baby push up. Because that person that's over us, I shall not say name. There's no modification. There's no baby push up. I'm fully into it. Mhm. But I get out. I just want to be free. I want to run out there in the beach. I want to run in the sand. I want to do all this stuff. It helps me free my mind. It helps my mind off the stress of the world. And so that's why. So I come February, it will be one whole full year. It's brutal fitness working. Oh, it's can I tell y'all how many pounds I lost? I'm gonna post. Hey, and so I am out of plus size. I when I came out there, I was 2XL. I have fully donated all my plus size clothes to Goodwill. I'm actually in size medium. Glory to God. But to touch back too on what she was saying, it is all about discipline. So you do have to set up your lifestyle to Monday and Tuesday. I'm not available. Actually, that's why Tuesday testimony is every other week because honestly, I want to be here with you guys and be live instead of a thing that I actually have workout on Tuesday. So that's okay. Remember it. That little thing that arms
Mhm.
with your boundaries as well. So that in as the person has set boundaries, what are some say 1 or 2 mistakes a person can make after they have went ahead and set boundaries?
All right, 1 or 2. One would be not being realistic. Like like I said, when you are creating your boundaries. A mistake that whim that have not been really and they really don't know how to uphold it because they weren't really ready for it in the first place. On is this a boundary that I need to honor boundary right now, and you have shared it with other people, boundary that you yourself set. Nobody said it for you. You said it yourself, man. No
I
one
know
is
that's
going to
right.
take you
Talk about
seriously. No one is going to
you
take
ain't
you
taking me serious.
seriously. And now you have essentially communicated that you're someone that to yourself was something that you I can't trust you because you make up lies for no reason. That definitely is a mistake that is made sometimes. Mhm. Would be not thinking about what the consequence,
Mm.
but that one is twofold. So not thinking about what the consequence would be, and also not following through on what the consequence. Yeah, so those are mistakes. One crosses that boundary, you have to communicate to them, this is what I allow and what I respect your boundary. We will not be able to continue communicating. Another consequence could be then we would have to terminate this relationship. Yes. And it has because the way I grew up, word
I
is bond.
come over there, don't you come on.
A word is you guys comes. Thank you for the time. I see that you're unable to have met you, not be able to continue in this relationship. We cannot go forward. We will not. No, we cannot work that anything out. We cannot work anything out. Is you you have violating the boundary. So I have to be intentional. This consequence because
I just thought that maybe can I have another?
no man. I obviously am not the friend for
And
you. I'm not the friend for you. And that happens quite often for themselves. Sometimes struggle with handle haven't done that for
right.
themselves. And that's their business. I am always willing to walk alone. I'm
And
willing to
that's
walk
true.
alone
And I
because my peace, I'm on this road purpose, fulfilling my calling to and being now peace is very expensive. And many people do not seek after peace in the way that they should because they are fearful of solitude.
excuse me, yes, sis, not here you go. Oh, you done came here acting a fool again. We not touching on that. Mm-mm. No. Now you gonna act right. Over here at your sister circle, your sister station, Tuesday testimony. What you gonna stop doing is just throwing out wild stuff. Now you done threw out no self-love. Now you wanna go into pieces expensive. And I'm stealing your stuff right here on air just so you know. But I'm not gonna do it alone. You're gonna come back, drop this foolery, ain't going about your life and your business with your boundaries and not be church was open. Now you didn't bust them wide up. Okay? The lights is off now. Come on. You gonna stop this. You gonna leave that right there. Lord knows that. And willing
As the
I'm done. You need to go ahead and just start your podcast.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's give the people one boundary that they could set tonight.
One tonight, guard their thoughts themselves. Control their lives. So if a negative thought does come, that they can dismiss it. So for example,
Hmm.
so for example, if you see yourself in the mirror, if when you look in
Mm.
the mirror, you can say nothing but negative things. You see someone that you do not the body in which you dwell in. I want you to go to that same mirror and I
Mm.
want you to say, I forgive you. I forgive me. I love you. I love that you allow me to go and do my job. Allow me to go and travel if I want. I'm able to live life. I'm able to give life in this body. I'm able to fulfill purpose in this body. I'm able to make a living. I'm able to build wealth in this body. When a negative thought comes to your mind, when you're putting on clothes, you just here go another pair of pants I can't fit in. Oh, it outgrown these pants. Let me give them to someone deserving. I always love giving to other people who may need. And now I have the opportunity to buy a different pair of pants. Yourself is that, oh, this just reminded me how I said that I was going to take better care of clothes because we all know, depending on the brand of the clothes, you can be one size in one thing and another size in another one. I want to be moving. I want to stay in this. So that's one thing that
That
you can do before I continue to go on and on, as Erica Badu said.
instead of saying, "What's your favorite Bible verse?" I ask you, what Bible verse is sticking out to you now? What is it in your spirit?
Today it is, I believe that's Ephesians 4:32. Be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as I think Christ has done to you. Something like that. Go read it, y'all.
When I ask y'all, I always say, I don't know Bible just be stuff in your spirit. For me, it's me. It's coming in my head every time I hear it.
That's the beauty with a coworker of mine was the one, I believe it was Paul. And when he was talking about one may plant the seed, another may water it, but
Mhm.
it's God who to
I just seen that.
you recently seen that one?
I just recently heard it. So that's it's so funny That's what's going on right now. Is me.
Yeah, that verse there is always a favorite one also because I see myself as a planter. I'm definitely a planter, and because I am the
Yeah.
difficult part in helping people to transform soil before the soil knows anything that there needs to be any ch but as a planter, I I now have disturbed the soil. I've dug a hole in the soil, right? And I've placed something
Yeah.
there that I may never see be nurtured or watered. Instance there, the person has not decided that's something that they want to do yet. You're bringing something new to what they know. It's not a thought that they had in their mind, right? They thought everything was good to go as it was. That's something I have to remind myself as an encouragement that and water it, and it is God that'll give the increase. And so all is well.
I save them on my reminders for the day because I call myself trying to remember the verse numbers stuff, but I just have a few that kinda get me through the day that I know it kinda box that with and my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ in this Philippians 4:9. So much.
Beautiful, because he does supply all of our needs. Okay. One last thing
And
I
they
wanted
will
to add, if that's
yes,
all right,
sure.
ma'am, before you
Come
send me
on
in the
through.
corner.
Yeah, they ain't saying the final selection yet.
So, in implementing your boundaries, okay,
Mhm.
one of the things you have to decide is who do these boundaries apply to? As fits all,
Yeah, yeah.
but types of relationships, they're intimate relationships. So you have to decide on where they will apply. Okay. So that's something you have to think about. That's why I say it's not a willy nilly type thing. It is something that is very well thought
Yeah,
out. And the other
it
thing
definitely
that I want to share is that are walking and living within your boundaries or living with just living and doing life, you will develop
hmm.
that. I'm telling you, it's lovely up here. It
Well,
is so
Prince
lovely.
on a piece
I have to tell you, it allows you and essentially they're saying they don't understand why X is a bound. It's incorrect. I'm not explaining this to you because I don't uphold it. Choose not to uphold it. That's it. That's all.
and feel free to dismiss yourself
At any
because he
given
sent me
time,
to my family.
at any time,
I
you
said
are
this
welcome to left.
once go
Right.
bed.
What you will not do is come forward with me. Yeah, we will no.
Don't get it perfect.
Now you can
Go
go forth and be
either way you
great
wanna go.
someplace else. Okay, go forth and be great over there.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Glory to God. But I will say too, to touch on the boundaries of what she said, when I first started my boundary journey, it was, "Hey," it was a Sunday, I only answer the phone for such and such people, family member. After a while, it turned into my do not disturb is my do not. There is no how your phone says, "Oh, if you call 2 if a person called 2 times, let 'em in." Baby, you call 2 times, call 911. Don't call me. I'm done, I'm sleep. I have no problem with getting rest. I have no problem tired. There is no exception. I do not disturb. I'm on do not disturb child time. That is me and my boundaries, and you have to learn that as well. When you set boundaries and you set time for yourself and children, you have to be that's what God wants. Time me and Trynette see each other, we're present in that. We're not sitting on the phone. We're not texting
Mhm.
other people. We're not doing us. We're presently enjoying that time, and that's what I want you guys to embrace as well with so with sisterhood, with just being there for your family, your love, also yourself. When you're there with yourself, you're taking yourself out on a date. If you're doing a face mask with yourself, you're doing put it down. Be present with yourself. That is the gift you alive. And they say your body is moving. Your body is you are you're still moving around. It's still nothing.
Mhm.
Okay. Slowly go. Hey, I'm gonna do not disturb, but my boyfriend can call me, but my sister can call me, but my brother can call me, but my mom can call, but my daddy can call. After a while, it'll start trickling down. So, baby, I'm gonna do not disturb it. That's it. It's period. And I'll talk to y'all who will enjoy that time for yourself, but you will also embrace that to others. And they will actually is you. And that's another thing. Start keeping themselves out of breakup. The people around you, the circle around you shift, and God will start moving people out the way. Now that circle, Monique, you're doing too much. I think you should go rest. You ain't calling. They gonna tell you to go get rest. They gonna buy you a aromatherapy camera. Up and hey, girl, here's the candle for you to relax. You're gonna in that circle of that negative people are gonna be waiting to be in your life. Oh, because they make the next step. So now you're gonna create a whole nother lane of people that are gonna respect
Girl.
think or I didn't hear from you. You didn't think that's good. You need a break as well. You're maturing and the people around you are gonna get better. It's only up.
It's so true. 'Cause Monique and I had this conversation even before we came up. I won't get into the specifics, but because I have my own set of rules or regulations on how I live my life, I, I am looking for or wanting those things for those that are close to me as well. So I want you, like she said, I want you to get the rest. I want you to drink your water. I want to make sure you're eating enough meals, your chill time, your alone time, your journal time, all of those things. It's the next within this circle.
Sounds like it'll be not a part. Do feel free to leave it in the comments, email. We will have information as well. If you want to get in touch with her, if you have any for her, I would definitely forward it to her. And I told you, hey, look here, when you ready to come and get this post number 2 seat, come on and get it. Because you're not trying to throw it out on my own and then be like, girl, I got this day and this day off. Which way you want to do this? You know me. Not. But I just want to thank you so much for being on the show. I will leave alternate information on how to get in touch with her. Killing it on TikTok. If you guys are on TikTok, she's killing it on TikTok. I don't even know how, but she stays on TikTok, and her content is always good. She always replies back to videos on all the technology. But I will leave all her links down below. Thank them. A blessed show. I do mean that whenever you get finished for this business thing, you coming back here. These other two, we'll talk. I want to thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. I love you too, cuz. And I look forward to our next chat on
Or if you're watching later, thank you so much for tuning in to Tuesday. Praise. I can't talk today. I do have a praise report testimony from Shelly Singleton. And her praise report was of a praise report. I didn't work a lot, and my little coins was not going to be enough to pay my debts. In her Nola voice, I took it to God and trusted in Him and claimed that I was going to have more than enough, and I did. Amen. Because He is my source and not my job. That you know, the outside story is that okay, I had enough coins to get what I needed to get. But I love that she shared this because the biggest thing was her knowing I'm going to trust in God. Whatever's looking like it's ahead of me, whatever's looking like I can't do it, I know that my God is bigger and that I'm going to trust in Him. So thank you so much, Shelly, for reports. I love to hear praise reports. You guys, if it's in, I will add it to the next show. Or if you ever want to email me with your praise reports, you can find all my stuff on Tuesday Testimony with queenmo.com. You can email, contact, subscribe, and thank you guys below. She's an awesome woman of God, a great resource to fitness or need an accountability partner and anything like that, she is an awesome resource for that. So keep her in mind. That is Trynette Lariba at curvyfitchicks.com. And also on my website, Tuesday Testimony, she's in the resource section. Watching, and see you Tuesdays from now. I love you. Good night.